What are you consuming, listening to, and believing daily? Hey there, everyone. It is really late at night. It is 12:41 a.m. And when I mean I record these episodes on my free time, baby, I don't get paid for this. It's 12:41 and your girl is tired, but I'm up because I feel called to do this. I'm wearing one of our Christian merch shirts. This one is called Holy Confused. It felt like Sunday because my grandma went viral on social media, inserting the video here. This is a house. We're renting it for the weekend.
For the weekend?
Yeah, we're in Tennessee. We're on vacation. This is not a church. You're on vacation. We took you to Tennessee. It's not a church.
Grandma, we're gonna have fun.
No, it's not a church. Does it look like a church?
Yeah, I thought it was,
Like we're in the congregation?
yeah.
No, it's a house.
No, Grandma, we here to have fun.
Yeah.
Nobody lives here. It's a rental home. It's a cabin. You get to rent them.
Nobody live here.
We live here for the weekend, and then like any guest can rent them. So it's basically like a big version of a hotel. You know, like how like some hotel rooms are bigger.
Yeah.
This is like a resort. It's kind of like yeah. Yeah. You having fun already?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like we showed you a room. Didn't you see the bed?
Yeah.
It's not a church.
I thought it was a church. Put the curtains up and
There's some curtains right here.
I said so.
Yeah, they decorated and everything. They put curtains out. They got pillows. Look at the pillows.
I said,
Look at the decoration on the table. The fireplace, the TV, the kitchen.
We got bears.
Everything's furnished. It's like a hotel. You know when you go to a hotel room, it has beds and furniture and curtains. This is like a big version of a hotel room. I love that video so much, and it is just so cute to me. And apparently I'm not the only one that loves it because millions of people have seen it across platforms, and it's still trending at the top of my feed on all platforms. Everybody loves it. My grandma is hilarious, and she's actually at my house right now at the time that I'm recording this podcast. We have just wrapped up Labor Day weekend. My family came down, my mom, my dad, and my grandmother, which means my baby's now grandma, grandpa, and great grandmother are here in town, and they are going to leave the day that I'm recording this. They're leaving really today because it's 12:43 a.m. So yeah, but it's been so much fun hanging with them. I don't post episodes on Monday if they fall on a holiday. So that's the only reason why you guys didn't get an episode for this past Monday. But I do have some life updates to update you on before we get into today's episode. And today's episode, to go ahead and tell you, it's called Why You Feel Stuck, Confused, and Lost. Plus 3 ways to get unstuck, because we've all been stuck. But before we talk about us being stuck and crazy and lost, let me tell you what has happened since we've last caught up. So I just wrapped up my first drill weekend post-maternity leave. I mentioned this in the previous episode that I had drill coming up, and I was going to let you guys know how that went. It went really well. We didn't do a whole lot. I had to get a bunch of shots in my arm, a lot of medical things, getting some trainings done online, and I wore my uniform to drill for the first time, and it felt so empowering. Like, I almost love wearing the uniform. Now, I'm glad I don't have to wear it every day, but for the one drill weekend, it's kind of cool. There are no drill weekends this month. We return in October. So I do get a break for the month of September. And that's kind of cool too, so I can get caught up on things. Classes have started back. I'm working on my doctorate degree in strategic communication. So I will be Dr. Davis in the next less than 12 months. Yes, I will be Dr. Davis in less than 12 months because I'm going to grind out this thesis. And I have one class this semester. I start my doctoral prep class in the spring, and I do have some tea to tell you on that. That was all jacked up. I was supposed to do my last residency this past summer, and they didn't catch it. Vising didn't catch it. And so I thought I was going to be done with coursework this fall semester. Yeah, no. But I worked it out and I'm still on track. So instead of me sitting on my butt, not taking any classes in the spring, they're actually just going to throw me into my prep class. Then I still have to go to Virginia next summer to the campus for my in-person residency, which is like 3 or 4 days. So yeah, and then we resume the doctoral classes the following fall. But I'm going to work on it throughout the summer and hopefully finish coming next fall. So I'm super excited about that. Other updates, that's almost about it. Labor Day weekend was really fun and chill. I had to work on Saturday. Cash worked on Sunday, so I barely spent time with my husband, but we be working. We be grinding over here. We are real people and we really make money. We really be out here working. But it's been so great because we've had so much help for the baby. Tylene's got a little bit of break because my mom is just enjoying this time with her granddaughter. And so is my dad. Like, he loves his granddaughter. That's all he talks about. So let's talk about this topic because I wanted to keep it really lighthearted, but it is real and we go through it all the time. And I know that there are many people, even just within my immediate circle of friends and of family members, that are feeling a little bit more stuck. And although there are good things happening, there are still bad things happening. And I wouldn't necessarily say bad, but just unfortunate things. Things that you wouldn't pick to happen in your life. But again, life isn't fair and life happens. And I'm here to help you get unstuck. So this is the Soldier in Me podcast. If you are new here, I'm your host, Tonia Michele. We post episodes every Monday. If you enjoyed that quick recap, I took about 5 minutes of your life up. But I have to tell you a little bit about me so that you guys can feel like we know each other because we're a family here. We are a group. We are one. Not really, but we are peas in a pod. How about that? I like that. We are peas in a pod. So this episode, why you feel stuck, confused, and lost, and 3 ways to get unstuck, is a topic I came up with because, of course, I feel stuck. I really do, guys. I am loving every part of where I'm at in my life right now, but there are things that just sort of happen, and life happens. There's nothing you can do about it. It's just about how you pivot, how you move, and how you just overall, how your mental state views life. Because you can look at things as all bad, or you can look at life as the cup half full instead of half empty. So it's just how you view it. And life is still good no matter what. I don't care how much bad is happening in your life. There's still good in the midst of any part of the bad. Okay, let me focus. So I wanted to talk about me buying the house, having a baby, and all these good things, and why I still feel stuck in the middle of it. Well, if you know me, which some of you do watching this video, some of you may not, but I am a person who I am like my family's backbone. Literally. I don't know how I became the one that kind of holds everyone together, that keeps everyone uplifted, keeps the spirits high, but also help people when they need it. And I love that. But I feel a little stuck because it is sometimes hard to say no when like family and friends and people need from you, right? All the time. And I'm smiling because I love to give, especially to my family and my friends. But there are moments where I feel stuck in the midst of giving because I don't ever want to put my immediate family, my husband, and now my daughter in tough situations or tight spots. So this leads me to wanting to talk more about how to get unstuck because it is so easy to want to give, and then not have planned enough or prepared enough to give, and then you actually are stuck. So I did buy a house, and the reality of buying a house is that if you're a regular worker and you're not a millionaire, I'm not a millionaire yet, guys. I am not that rich. I'm rich in wealth. I'm not rich in wealth or like money, but I'm rich in mind, body, spirit. Not rich in the numbers in my bank account. I go to say this because when you buy a house and you're a normal person, you probably have used all of your life savings to put it down on a down payment. Yeah, I am going to get the VA home loan eventually, but we don't have it yet. And when our lease was running up and we knew that they were going to be charging us money that wasn't reasonable for the house that we were staying in, I said, it's time to go. It's time to buy a property. It's time to own some land. And so that's exactly what we did. But we used our life savings because keep in mind, we've only been in like working our good jobs now for 3 years, just a little less than 3 years cash, maybe closer to 4 years. So within that time, we've saved a bunch of money and we knew we were eventually going to want to buy a home. And we did that. But when you use up all your life savings and you run your credit cards up so that you don't spend the cash, so that you can keep that for the down payment of the home, you get a little stuck financially. Yeah. I'm not trying to say we're struggling, but now I feel like we're more paycheck to paycheck than we have been in a really long time, as in that we've had time to save up money as cushion in case something were to happen or in case we needed to help people. But that's not the case. And now we have a baby girl, and that adds other expenses in life. And she's not very expensive at all, but you know, we like to compensate my little sister who watches her. So that's money, extra money going out the pocket. And we just like to have fun and enjoy life too. So that's extra money going out of our pocket. Plus, when you have a baby, there's a little bit of less time in your life. So you eat out a little bit more, you buy food a little bit more, and buying food a little bit more costs a little more money. Why is this all about money? But it's the truth. So I just go to say this is that my life is not perfect. It's not. And I'm not struggling. I'm really blessed and I have everything that I need when I need it. But it's kind of hard when you feel like you're still playing catch up after pouring into the fruit and the good things that you currently have. And I've been pouring a lot into that. And so has Cash, my husband. And so now we're at this place where it's like, okay, how do we rebuild our pot? How do we make our savings back into an overflow state? And how do we reset and start to have cushion in case of a disaster or to get unstuck in this routine of just having less and less and less and start saving and building in a way that we can start having more and more and more and more. Does that make sense? And not that we just want more, but the whole point of life is to also prepare for disasters and for things to happen. And it feels a little bit more unsettling when you don't have what it takes to be prepared in case something were to happen or in case you really had to help someone who was really in need. So I'm only just starting with that because that's my example right now of being stuck, but there are other ways that you can be stuck. There's people that are stuck mentally right now. I know I have a coworker that just posted on my page and I was like, man, where is she at? I haven't seen her in a while. And I was going to reach out, but then she posted and I'm like, oh, she's stuck mentally. She is having mental battles, depression, probably. I'm not 100% sure about the details, but she's stuck mentally. And I don't think she's the only one dealing with that. And it's real. Life is hard. It's real. It's raw. And it doesn't wait for anybody. It just keeps going, whether you're stuck, left behind, or whether you're progressing and moving forward. So why you might feel stuck? Well, life after a big milestone can feel a little confusing. You got the blessing, but now you're overwhelmed with what comes with it. Maybe you got the job, but now you're overwhelmed with all the duties and the tasks that come with it. Maybe you bought a house like we did. Now you're facing debt. On top of student loans, I mentioned I'm in school, bills and unexpected responsibilities. Building a home and making a brand new house turn into a home costs money. Like this house is bigger than our rental home. We have to buy furniture to make it feel homey. I wanted new sheets. I wanted new comforters. Like I need rugs. This house has hardwood floors in the whole home. Like there are other expenses that come with making one purchase. Like, it's just, you don't think about it. Buying new big, what is it called? Like the utility items. I don't know if that's the word. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but washers, dryers, dishwashers, stoves, ovens. Now we didn't buy all of that, but I'm just saying if you did, that costs money too. Refrigerators. So there's unexpected responsibilities and bills on top of just the main purchase. Like when you buy a car, you realize you might buy a car, and if it's used, it might come with issues. I also want to talk about the pressure of feeling like you should still have it together while also needing help yourself. And then, on top of meeting family expectations, feeling guilt when asked for help, but also not wanting to go broke yourself. Feeling stuck is normal, though. When your life changes faster than your mindset or systems, and that's usually when we start to feel stuck. Life is moving so fast, and our minds and our plans and our systems that we had in place can't quite catch up. And it kind of feels like you're in this spiral and it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. I have 3 ways, though, to get unstuck. Number 1 is to check your inputs. What are you consuming, listening to, and believing daily? I have a really, really strong faith system. Like, I believe anything's possible because I've seen it. And sometimes it takes seeing it to believe it. That's why I go look at homes. I still scroll through houses, even though I've bought a house, because manifestation is real. You have to believe it to achieve it. I believe that this YouTube channel is going to reach millions of people. And when it does, people are finally going to be on bandwagon with me and be like, well, dang, it must be possible for me too. Because if Tonia believed it before she could see it, then I can do the same for myself. And it's the truth. Nobody just succeeds overnight. No, half the time they trusted in something before seeing any of the results. Like any athlete, like you, no matter where you're at in your life right now, whether good or bad, 9 times out of 10, to just see any progress, to get to any progress, you had to believe it before you could even see it was possible. So number 1 is filling your mind with truth. Or are you filling it with fear and comparison? What are you watching and listening to on social media? Are you constantly comparing yourself to people instead of showing up for yourself and doing what you need to do? Scroll culture makes us feel behind. We know doom scrolling. We know what that is nowadays. When you're constantly flipping through the feed on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, it will literally make you feel like you're behind and make you lose focus on what you need to be doing to get to where you need to be. I suggest swapping out some of that time that you've been using on doom scrolling on social media with a playlist that's inspiring, podcasts like this. If you're listening to this, kudos to you. You're actually feeding your mind with something positive and uplifting. Or Instagram, you can use it. Just follow and try to search feed that does fill your soul and build your faith. Romans 12:2 says, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And the reason why that scripture is so important is because God is literally giving us the game to life. The whole Bible gives us the game to life. And half the time, we don't want to listen to it. Or quite frankly, we don't want to read it. But if we're being transformed by the renewing of our mind, that literally means that as we thinketh, we become. That literally means that when we start to fill our mind with better things, we become better. We do better. We see more. We see better. We see clearer. We're more focused and we're not as distracted as we would have been otherwise. So be transformed by the renewing of your mind every single day. Wake up and ask God to refresh your thoughts, your mindset, because that's why we get into these deep, dark, mental battles. We get into depression and anxiety and all this stuff because we don't constantly renew our minds every day. The reason why I wake up every morning and work out is because I literally call it workout and worship. I spend my mornings not just working on my body, but allowing God to work on my heart, allowing God to work on my spirit. And I take that time in the morning because I know that I can do both in one moment. And even if it's just 10 minutes, I'm doing something to reset my focus for the new day. Number 2, simplify and steward well. I post about this all the time. My husband taught me this better than anybody else in my entire life has. Stewarding my things well. He's taught me how to take care of my car, my vehicles. And even though I get mad at him for wanting to clean out the car because I hate cleaning out my car, but he's taught me that, Tonia, the reason why we're blessed is because you take care of the little that you have when you have it. Maybe the reason why God hasn't given you more is because what you have, you've kind of taken advantage of it. You don't take care of it. God doesn't see you taking care of the little so that he can bless you with more. You have to steward your small apartment so you can get a big home. You have to steward your old beat up car so that you can get a nice, fancy, well-working one. God blesses you when he sees you show up when you have little. I mean, that's the game. He puts it in the word. He puts it in the Bible. You don't need to hustle harder. Just steward better? Are you setting aside the little money you have, a little bit of it, into savings? Are you stewarding your finances well? Are you spending money on things that are important and things that you need? Or are you spending recklessly on anything and everything? I want you to enjoy life. I want you to have fun. God does too. We should be able to spend money on things that we want and enjoy, but we should also be stewarding it well while we spend it on what we want. Not everything that we want, we need. We know that's the truth. So are we just wanting stuff and buying things because we see other people have it? Or can we learn to steward the little that we have so that God can bless us with more, so then eventually you can have more and also give more too? Look at your bills, your debts, your subscriptions, your income. What can you clean up? I had to do a lot of this lately. I told you, I'm drowning in debt. When you buy a house, I don't really own this thing. I have a loan. We have a loan. Me and my husband, we have a loan. That's debt. I don't look at that as wealth. When I pay off this house, now wealth. But as I'm making payments, I'm building towards wealth. But I mean, there's still debt. I know what's mine. That car is paid off. That car's mine. So those are things that I want you to start thinking up a little bit better. Look at your bills, your debts, your subscriptions, your income. See what you can clean up. See what you can steward better. If you're watching this, I want to let you know that I'm currently working on a YouTube video to walk you through some of my financial tips and things that I'm doing to get us back on track. Because I think, why not start from the bottom and then up? Nobody wants to see us at the top. People want to watch us. People want to watch you grow. I want people to watch me grow. Maybe that's just me. I want people to watch me grow. I want people to see where I'm at and then where I go. So I will be having a video breaking down my finances, my goals, and my path to wealth a little bit later. And then also what I'm doing to build wealth for my daughter while she's little so that she can be well set off. I want all my kids to be well set off. So I'll make a video on that later because I have seen some comments in my last episodes on how I'm doing that for my daughter, but I want to do a full wealth video. So I will be working on that in the background and I will get that up for you guys very soon and you will know. So just keep watching these podcast episodes so I can share when that comes out. But yeah, so you'll learn really quickly that stewarding things in your life also comes with setting boundaries. Help your family, help your friends. Don't be stingy. Because part of stewarding our wealth is to learn to give it. God wants us to be givers. He wants us to have cheerful hearts when we give. But that also comes with setting boundaries because you have to know what you are capable of giving. And I'm learning that in the last couple seasons of my life, I've been learning what I can give. And not just financially. I mean, I'm talking about my time too. Because there are things that I'm trying to pour into, but I can't pour into all the things that I want to pour into if I'm constantly pouring into everything else that everybody else wants me to pour into. So there's a quote and it says, I want to help, but I can't put myself in a hole trying to pull everybody else out. And that's just the truth. And my last and final tip is to take ownership and walk with God. You're not stuck. You're just sitting still. Move something. Independence isn't just financial. It's mental, spiritual, and emotional. I want you to ask God, what's your next small step? And then actually take it. And that's why I say it's so important to walk with God. God doesn't want us to sit still. Sometimes he does, but sometimes he's asking us to move. And I feel like a lot of times the reason why we feel stuck is because we've got so comfortable in where we're at. And we feel like we have to stay in this box. God asks us to step out the box because that's how we keep relying on him. That's when we need him. When we step out the box, we can't do it on our own. It's uncomfortable. It doesn't feel safe. It's scary. It brings fear and a little timidness to us, but that's when we need God. And if we constantly keep needing God in our life, we'll have to keep reaching and seeking him. And that's exactly what he wants. Until death, really. You don't need a full plan, just enough faith for the next move. So let God be the guide. You're not stuck. You're being invited into alignment. And I want to share the scripture with you guys. It's Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. You should know the rest. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of The Soldier in Me. This episode is to help you get unstuck in your life because we've all been stuck. And we will constantly reach moments in our lives where we'll be stuck again. But I hope you take those 3 tips. Use them, don't abuse them, And I pray that the soldier in me brings out the soldier in you. A little bit longer of an episode today. Hopefully it was a little bit more lighthearted, and that you enjoyed it. I'll catch you on another episode. Stay up, stay blessed, and stay prayed up. I love you guys. Again, this is the soldier in me. I hope I bring out the soldier in you, and I'll catch you in my next episode. You're watching season 2. Peace out.